pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Madam Secretary, will you please call the attendance?
Yes. Sandra Thomas.
Present.
Harold Wade.
Present.
Carolyn Bavona. Present. Peter DeNegris.
Present.
Stephanie Harris.
Present.
Carolyn Jassalou. Lamont Wilson.
Present.
Saba Umdraguzi.
Yeah.
Keith Hayward. Present. Dave Bishop, counsel to the board. I'm here.
Good evening. Hale and Amit Kane, would you please come forward, come to the podium? Are you Hale?
No, this is my wife. My name is Ahmed.
Okay,
And my daughter is here.
okay.
His
Would you
wife is
pl-
at work this evening. I'm the expediter for the application.
All right, would you please state your name and your address, please, first?
Christina Bravin, Morano Expediting, P.O. Box 39, Bethpage, New York 11714.
Do you have a card for our secretary?
Oh, I don't. My information is on. It should be on the application though.
Okay.
Everything is submitted.
So I need to swear the applicant in
Okay.
as well. So would you please step to the microphone?
Sure.
Would you please state your name and your address?
Ahmed Kanai, 248 Montgomery Avenue, West Babylon,
Yeah.
New York 11704.
And do you swear to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. And Miss Moreno, do you swear to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth?
Yes, I do.
Okay. All right. Let the record show that the applicant has submitted an affidavit of posting, that the property was inspected on 3/25/25. He has submitted a New York driver's license, a bank account statement, a PSE, a current PSE&G bill, and a credit card statement. So where is the accessory apartment?
Second floor.
And how many bedrooms are there?
2 bedrooms.
Okay. And is that apartment currently occupied?
Yes.
Yes.
His daughter
Is there-
resides on the second floor. She's here with us this evening.
I didn't hear you.
I'm sorry. His daughter resides on the second floor. She's here with us
In the
this
accessory
evening.
apartment?
Yes, that's correct.
All right. Is there anyone here that would like to be heard on this application? Are there any questions from the board?
I make a motion to approve.
Okay. So it's been a motion by Lamont and seconded by Carrie? Okay. All in favor? Aye. Your application has been approved. You can take down your sign. You'll get your permit in a couple of weeks, renewal in 3 years. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you
Thank
very
you
much.
very much.
Good night.
Thank you very
Have
much.
a good evening. Chabra? Good evening.
Good evening.
Would you please state your name and your address?
Tanuja Chabra, 22 Jean Drive, Papua, New York, 11703.
Excuse me. Can you speak into the microphone?
Sure. Is this
Yeah.
better? Okay. Tanuja Chabra, 22 Jean Drive, Babylon, New York, 11703.
And do you swear to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth?
I swear.
Okay. Let the record show that Ms. Chabra has submitted an affidavit of posting, and the property was inspected on 3/25/25. Let me do this busy work first, and then we'll, the applicant has submitted a New York driver's license, a bank account statement, a current telephone bill, and a credit card statement. Ms. Chabra, do you own any other property in the town of Babylon?
I do not.
Okay. We have, the board has received a sworn affidavit indicating that they're writing about this application on accessory apartment 22 Jean. The accessory apartment must be owner-occupied. Since the property was purchased, she began to immediately rent to two different families. Recently, the renters have moved out and the house is unoccupied. It is listed for sale. So, Ms. Schaber, sincerely, Michael Vaziano. The allegation is that you do not live there and that the property is vacant.
So I didn't live there last year, which was an error or false decision-making that someone gave me wrong information, nicely said. And I did make a mistake last year. I paid for it. The accessory unit was taken away. I did get married in December, and since then, I've been trying to move into the apartment. I had to evict my tenants because they weren't moving or paying or anything. They finally did end up leaving in February. That's when I started moving my stuff in. And by February 17 is when I was moving in and I was living. I did have things that came up when it rains, it pours. My grandma was diagnosed with cancer, so I've been in and out of the house to take care of her because her aide leaves at a certain time. And then on top, my grandfather left. He passed away last week as well. So I've been trying to juggle everything, but I do live there. That's my main residency. I do take fault of whatever happened last year. That was truly an error, and I just need a chance to make it up. But I do live there. That's my house. I file everything on there. I live there, and I do go back and forth to take care of family. But other than that, that's my house. And I do not plan to give that to anyone else except for upstairs to maybe help me pay rent.
So is the house currently for sale?
It is, because when we moved in there, the tenant did have a cat. My husband is severely allergic to cats. We did deep cleanings. We've been trying to remove carpets. We've been trying to do anything possible to make sure that we can stay there. But realistically, it's not happening. His throat is still closing up. We're still trying to figure out what to do. So I'm seeing my options. If I do sell the house, what happens, and possibly move closer to my sick grandma at this point that has cancer. So I'm trying to see my options. Nothing is in the air yet. I'm just seeing what is available. Yeah.
Okay. Is there anyone here that would like to be heard on this application?
Yes, we do.
Yeah. They're all here.
We're all here.
I can sit
Okay.
down.
Would you please have a seat?
Sure.
And would you please come forward?
All of us or one at a time?
One at a time. Thank you.
Hello.
Would you please state your name and your address?
Vincent Verney, 26 Jean Drive, North Babylon, New York, 11703.
And do you swear to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth?
I swear.
Okay. Mr. Verney, what is your statement?
My statement is I don't believe you're being told the truth. I live directly next door. We share a fence in the backyard. I can see out my front window that the house is vacant. I don't believe she lives there. I never see her car there day or night. I do not believe that she's trying to. We've never seen any carpets out for garbage. Honestly, I've never seen her. I saw her once when she tried to bribe us all with a pie. Besides that, she's never, as far as I can see, I've never seen her at the house. I'm told that she was there for the inspection, which does not mean she lives there. You could see inside the windows, there is no furniture.
Okay. Thank you very much.
What's the concern?
The concern is that when she moved in, she told us that she was going to be living there, started renting out 3 different floors.
I see. Okay, so
I'm not sure if they lived downstairs in the basement, but there were different families, there were cars all up and down. She got a 4-car driveway. It was filled all the time. They were in front of the house, in front of other houses, which, it's public streets, fine. But it didn't seem like the people knew each other or liked each other. And it just became a mess.
Okay, thank you. Is there anyone else who would like to speak? Let me say, if you're going to say the same thing,
It's different.
okay. Would you please state your name and your address?
Lillian Bergson, 31 Jean Drive.
Did you get? Would you
Bergson.
And do you swear to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth, Ms. Bergson?
Absolutely, yes.
Okay, thank you.
We're a very family-oriented block.
Please
Yeah.
address all your statements to
Absolutely.
the board.
We're a very family-oriented block. As you can see, we came as a carpool. It's the idea of her saying that she lives there, she doesn't. It was too many people. There was a disaster that happened with the children. The children were afraid to be outside and playing, to the point where we all watch our children together. It's 17 kids at a time playing. It got to the point where the kids were afraid. We had CPS called on families for children playing outside. There was people that we didn't know. It got unsafe. She's stating that she lives there, like he said, never seen her. We know for a fact that she has no intentions of living there, because the day that the town evicted those people, the next day the house was up for sale. So if you have an intention of living there, why are you selling it the minute people were evicted? It's just, it's to the point where we already got hoodwinked the first time. We're not going to sit here and go through this again, and all of a sudden now she's trying to skirt the system to get that accessory apartment, and it's going to be the same thing. And it really, really messed up our entire block. And we are, like I said, we help our neighborly, we help our elderly. We're together all the time, and that created such a ruckus on the street that it just completely destroyed our whole entire street. And I've never seen this woman in my life. So I've been there forever. How are you saying you live there and I don't even know what you look like?
So, Ms. Bergson, what danger was it to the children?
They were cursing at the children. We had the neighbor, like,
The residents of the house?
yes.
I see that.
Absolutely. The children were afraid to play. When I tell you there's 17 children playing basketball in my driveway, and even when my kids aren't there, that's the kind of neighborhood we are. We throw block parties. We get together bi-weekly in the front. We put a fire pit. The kids play. It's a great neighborhood. It was quiet. The children were afraid to be outside. We don't know who these people are. And it wasn't like you rented the downstairs and then the upstairs. It was a good 7 people we don't know. And it was coming, like these cars were coming at different times. It was almost like she rented rooms, basically. And when you have a family-oriented neighborhood where we watch out for each other's children, we got scared. We don't know who these people are. We don't, And so we all came together today because we want to keep our neighborhood safe and that way, you know what I mean? We want to be able to watch our children play and not be afraid of who do we know who that person is.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah. No, we didn't have to because the town came out twice, where the town themselves went and evicted the people because there was a fire issue. When they realized how many people were in that house, it was like a fire. There was mattresses on the floor. There wasn't even furniture.
Okay, thank
Yeah,
you.
no problem.
Hold on, I just want to ask the board members to speak into the mic so that it's recorded.
Can I just ask you?
Absolutely.
How long has this been going on?
From the day she moved in,
Do you know-
not moved in, but from the day she.
Okay, do you know exactly
What
what
was the
date?
date?
How many?
I don't, from
A
when the
couple
house
of
was sold.
years?
No, they were only there for a good 7 months.
It was sometime in October.
Sometime in October. They weren't even there that long before this town evicted them.
So before she purchased the house?
2024.
No, the minute she purchased the house,
So that
till
was
the
about-
minute they got evicted.
That was about 7 months ago, you said that she purchased the house?
Please, just direct your statements to us.
Absolutely. I'm just trying to, because he's better with dates.
That's okay, but
Yeah.
you have the floor right now.
Okay.
So she was only there about 7 months?
I would think so, yeah.
Okay, and,
2024, yeah.
okay.
Yeah, of
I have to
October.
ask you to stop, okay?
Oh,
Just-
sorry.
Just her.
So before that, someone else, of course?
Yes, a family lived there, and we were very friendly with them and everything. We actually were really sad when they left. We were excited for a new family to come in.
Less
And
than
then
a year that she's been there?
Yes, and it was a disaster from the minute it started. And it started with, I hate to say this because I don't want to assume, but the reality is she showed up when she moved, when she bought the house, and took a pie to all the neighbors, giving us a story about how she's getting married, and as soon as she's married, she's going to move in. She gave us her number and everything, but never moved in, even after the date she said she was getting married. All instead was 7 different families in there.
Okay, thank
Yeah,
you.
no problem. Thank you.
Is there anyone else that would like to be heard? If you want to say the same thing, you can just state your name and your address. If you have
Sure.
something additional, we would take additional testimony.
Sure,
And
sure.
please direct all your statements to the board.
Got it.
Thank you. Would you please state your name and your address?
Carrie Sikora. I live at 39 Jean Drive, North Babylon, New York, 11703.
And do you swear to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth, Mr. Cora?
Yes.
Okay.
I do just have the concern, I'm sorry for everything she's going through, but I have never seen her come or go. I have never had any problems with, children or anything like that, but I do know there were a lot of different people coming in and out of that house. I did hear about the mattresses on the floor, that then they were kicked out, all that. So I just have a concern as living on the block. I am hoping to foster children and have children. So I just want to make sure that the house is owner occupied.
Okay.
That's my only thing.
Thank you, Mr. Cora. Is there anyone else that would like to be heard? Please direct your statements to the board. Please state your name and your address.
Hi, my name is Anel Olivos. I live at 11 Jean Drive, North Babylon, New York, 11703.
Olivo?
Olivos, Olivos.
And do you swear to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Okay, thank you.
Hi, everybody. I will be very honest, because I was sworn in. I've never met her. I'm here more in moral support for my neighbors. I have 2 children, and like Lily previously had said, we've had kids running around. We've had kids playing, and they were afraid to be outside because they didn't want to get scolded at. I am a member of my elementary school's PTA board, and I even heard stories from other parents telling me, oh, we heard that there was mattresses on the floor, that there was a bunch of people coming in and out. And it's true. There was some kids that were in my son's school who were living in that house, and they were there for a few months, and then they were gone. I just don't feel comfortable. Honestly, if it would have been that she came and lived here and she just did get married, and maybe she does want to have a family, whether she chooses to or not, you would want to be good with your neighbors. You would want to be in good graces. And I don't feel comfortable with her, what she digs. And again, when it rains, it pours, and it could be happening right now, but this is just not something that I'm comfortable with. Again, I've never met her. I have nothing wrong with her, but just what she put everybody through was very alarming. And that's all I have to say.
Okay, thank you, Ms.
Thank
Olivo.
you.
All right, is there anyone else that would like to be heard? Okay. Ms. Schaber, will you please come back? Ms. Schaber, you've heard your neighbors and the concerns that they've expressed and the allegations that they've made. Do you have a response?
I do. I 100% made a mistake, and I accept that. And listen, humans make mistakes. People give bad advice. You live and you learn, and I lived and I learned. They're not my family. They're not someone that I could say, listen, I'm sorry, I don't know what exactly happened with the child services. I've been hearing back and forth as well regarding the pie. I honestly was very honest with most of my neighbors. I'm like, hey, listen, this is the situation. Realistically, it was not to bribe anyone. It's just to introduce myself and say, if there is any issues, please let me know, which I didn't. I think I got one text once because they missed a school bus, but that's it. I've been trying to rectify the mistakes I've made. Yes, I've made them. I accept them. I apologize for that outside of this board as well, because realistically, I can't do anything to change that. But one thing I do want to do is to make sure that they are happy and all of that fun stuff. I came into this block, I bought this house because I love the fact that kids were running outside. That's exactly what reminds me of my childhood. That's the best part of it. I love the fact that they had the parties, and I honestly wanted to be a part of this. And realistically, yes, I'm just trying to move forward, try to make something different. And I feel so bad that I hurt so many people in the middle of it, of my learning process, and that sucks to say. And all I want to do is make sure everyone's okay, and I promise you won't see me in this court again, because that's not going to be a mistake that's ever going to happen again.
Why do you need the permit? Why do you want the permit?
Dave, can you
Because-
speak into the mic?
Why do you need the permit? What?
I just got married, and realistically, we can't afford the house fully unless we have the permit.
but your intention is to sell the house because...
Possibly. I'm seeing my options. I don't know what exactly is going to happen. Both ways, I have to, if I can't sell the house, then I need the permit. I want to make sure everything is okay and I'm stable to make sure that at least I can rent upstairs to give me a little income until the time being of everything being situated. Yeah.
Okay, we have one more question from the board.
Yeah.
Can you tell me when you listed the house for sale? Soon?
I ended up doing a deep cleaning, I'm going to say a week after everything was situated, when I started moving my stuff in and when we realized that there was allergies. And I've always been very close to one of
No,
the...
but all I want to know is when did you list the house that you...
I think it
for
was the
sale?
beginning of March, just to see if there's any, if there is any type of, possibilities the house was clean.
Even before you got this permit and all?
I'm sorry?
Even before you came before the board that you
I
listed it for
applied,
sale?
I actually, when I had the violation, I did go to Town of Babylon in January, and I'm like, hey, this is my intention. That's why the writing is there, because everything I wanted, like she said, to get everything notarized, and I did. After I moved in, my husband was getting allergic reactions, and when we did a deep cleaning, I'm like, okay, let's take pictures just in case, because if you're not feeling well, whatever the case is, we do lose the apartment, we don't think we can pay for it, then at least we have this as a backup. So I'm just trying to see different things. That's the only
Are
reason.
there any other questions?
Yes. So a couple of questions. One is, does your husband live there?
My husband goes in and out. My husband can't live there because he's having allergic reactions, and he's also taking care of his grandma.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the other thing which we don't want to lose sight of is the fact that your neighbors say that they have not seen you. Not that they've seen you come in and out while you're going out to take care of your grandmother, but there's several people that have said that they have not seen you in the house, on the block, or anything. So how do you respond to that?
I honestly, just between just me feeling a little bit worried for my own safety, because if I am the only one living there in and out, if someone's looking through my window, if someone's looking through the apartment, it's a little scary. So I go in and out. I actually stay in the basement just so I'm away from people. And realistically, if they don't see a car, me and my mom share a car because she's not working. So
You have to stop.
Oh.
Please.
sorry.
Okay. Really, you have to stop.
Yeah, so I usually get dropped off, but listen, that's exactly what I'm saying. It's like everyone can pretend, if they don't see me, that's fine. You don't need to see your neighbors every day. Realistically, that's my house. I live there. I go in and out when I want to, I'm trying to fix it as fast as I can with A, just paying for a wedding, B, my family being sick. I'm just trying to get everything situated, and that's all I can say, I'm trying.
All right, thank you, Ms. Shabra.
Yeah.
I'll take a motion to reserve decision.
I so move.
Is there a second?
Second.
It's been moved by Saba and seconded by Carolyn to reserve decision on this application. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Thank you very much, Ms. Shabra.
Is
Okay.
it too late for me to make one more comment?
No, I'm sorry. It's one
It's too late,
opportunity.
yes.
I'm sorry. We've already closed it. Thank you very much, though. We appreciate you coming in, and we certainly take all your concerns. Thank you. Thank you very much.
You can leave.
So, we will have further investigation.
Thank you, we
Okay.
appreciate it.
Okay. Thank you very much for coming.
We appreciate it, thank you.
Okay. Good night, everyone. Thank you. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, thank you. All right.
You can go out that way.
You can go out that way, the parking lot. Zia, would you please come to the microphone? Would you please state your name and your address?
My name is Gulfam Zia, 41 Avenue B, West Babylon 11704.
And do you swear to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Okay. And do you own any other property in the town of Babylon?
No, ma'am.
All righty. All righty. I'll let the record show that Mr. Zia has submitted an affidavit of posting, that the property passed inspection on 3/28/25. He has submitted a New York driver's license, a National Grid bill, a bank account statement, and a car payment statement. Mr. Zia, where is your accessory apartment?
Second first.
Second floor?
Yes.
And how many bedrooms are there?
2.
And is that apartment currently occupied?
My son is living here.
Okay. All right. Is there anyone here that would like to be heard on this application? Seeing none, are there any questions from this board?
Motion
I
to
move that
approve.
we accept this application. Second.
So it was moved by Carolyn and seconded by Keith or Sava? Keith, all in favor?
Aye.
All right, so Mr. Zia, your application has been approved. You can take down your sign. You'll receive your permit in a couple of weeks.
Thank you
and
very
renewal
much.
in 3 years.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Good night.
Thank you.
Good
Good
night.
evening.
So, no, Mr. Paulino is not here.
All right, good evening, Madam Chair, members of the board. I have for your consideration renewals by affidavit. Number 1 is Petrucci and Kohler, 696 North Green Avenue, Lindenhurst.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion by Lamont, seconded by Stephanie. All in favor?
2 is Penna, 224 West 7th Street, Deer Park.
Motion to approve.
Motion by Lamont.
Oh, second.
Motion by Lamont, seconded by Stephanie. All in favor?
3 is Usta, 305 Broadway, West Babylon.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion by Lamont, seconded by Stephanie. All in favor?
4 is Trauma, 127 Liberty Avenue, North Babylon.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion by Lamont, seconded by Stephanie. All in favor?
Aye.
5 is Casella, 231 West 4th Street, Deer Park.
I make a motion to approve.
Second. Motion by Stephanie, seconded by Carolyn. All in favor?
Aye.
6 is Rolino, 511 10th Street, West Babylon.
I make a motion to approve.
Second. Motion by Stephanie, seconded by Carolyn. All in favor?
Aye.
7 is Actor, 441 Vermont Avenue, North Babylon.
I make a motion to approve.
Second. Motion by Stephanie, seconded by Carolyn. All in favor?
Aye.
8 is Ali, 154 West 10th Street, Deer Park.
I make a motion to approve.
Second. Motion by Stephanie, seconded by Carolyn. All in favor?
Aye.
9 is Zamini, 47 15th Avenue, West Babylon.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion by Carolyn, seconded by Harold. All in favor?
10 is Christian, 236 Cleveland Street, Deer Park.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion by Carolyn, seconded by Harold. All in favor?
Aye.
11 is Antonacci, 360 West Drive, Copeg.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion by Carolyn, seconded by Harold. All in favor?
Aye.
12 is Casamahor and Philistine. 16 Ryder Avenue, North Babylon.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion by Carolyn, seconded by Harold. All in favor?
Aye.
13 is Famagletti, 1010 11th Street, West Babylon.
Motion to approve.
Motion by Harold, seconded by Pete. All in favor?
14 is Reyes, 312 43rd Street, Lindenhurst.
Motion to approve.
Motion by Harold, seconded by Pete. All in favor?
15 is Maloney and Dovadier, 199 August Road, North Babylon.
Motion to approve.
Motion by Harold, seconded by Pete. All in favor?
16 McGann, 85 Saltaire Road East in Lindenhurst.
Motion to approve.
Motion by Harold, seconded by Pete. All in favor?
Aye.
17 Catino, 1020 North Ontario Avenue, Lindenhurst.
Motion by Pete, seconded by Keith. All in favor?
18 Struce, 56 Saltaire Road East in Lindenhurst.
Motion by Pete, seconded by Keith. All in favor?
Aye.
19 Cassano, 204 Sheffield Avenue, North Babylon.
Motion by Pete, seconded by Keith. All in favor?
20 Edward, 123 Belmont Avenue, West Babylon.
Motion by Pete, seconded by Keith. All in favor?
21 is Pierre, 156 Fillmore Avenue, Deer Park.
Motion to table? pending information.
Saba, second.
Second.
The motion is to table this application and seconded by Saba. All in favor?
Aye.
22, Ahmed, 23 Lion Lane, North Babylon.
Motion to approve.
Second.
A motion by Keith, seconded by Saba. All in favor?
Aye.
23, Sapo, 21 Linda Drive, Deer Park.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion by Keith, seconded by Saba. All in favor?
Aye.
24, Lakata, 547 Middle Street, North Babylon.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion by Keith, seconded by Saba. All in favor?
Aye.
25, Cardinal, 705 Granada Parkway, Lindenhurst.
Motion to approve.
Motion by Saba, seconded by Carrie. All in favor?
Aye.
26 is Rahman and Mahanez, 5 Thorman Lane, North Babylon.
Motion to approve.
Motion by Saba, seconded by Carrie. All in favor?
27 is Pastwa, 309 Strongs Avenue, Copeg.
Motion to approve.
Motion by Saba, seconded by Carrie. All in favor?
Aye.
28 Nightingale, 537 Grand Boulevard, Deer Park.
Motion to approve.
Motion by Saba, seconded by Carrie. All in favor?
Aye.
29 is Almonte and Adamas, 573 Pinto Street, North Babylon.
I make the motion to approve.
Motion by Carrie, seconded by Lamont. All in favor?
30 is Shaw, 46 Jerome Avenue, West Babylon.
I make the motion to approve.
Motion by Carrie, seconded by Lamont. All in favor?
31 is Cadet, 701 Windmill Avenue, North Babylon.
Motion by Carrie, seconded by Lamont. All in favor?
And finally, 32 is Peralta, 146 North 18th Street, Wheatley Heights.
Motion by Carrie, seconded by Lamont. All in favor?
That is all.
Reserve. We're going to leave that there. Okay.
I'd like to make a motion to accept the minutes of April 22nd, 2025.
Okay, motion by Carolyn, seconded by Carrie, to accept the minutes of April 22nd, 2025. All in favor?
Madam Chair, motion to adjourn.
It's been moved by Keith and seconded by Carolyn to adjourn this meeting. All in favor?
Aye.